Wow, the go live menu on Twitch Mobile nowadays looks so bad. I don't think y'all realize how bad it looks. It looks like shit to me. To me, it looks like shit. Anyways, hello. Let me ping my Discord. I have a message copied. Um, yep. Yep, let me just go live. Yeah, hello, these are my hands. Ooh. Let me just pull up my current sketchbook. Hold on. I hope you can hear me just fine. Yes, I am so prepared for today's stream. Also, should be noted that, this tripod that I use for my art streams as a... Also, I hope I sound fine. Or, I sound a little different, but that's because I'm using my phone, obviously. That's kind of how I do art streams. So, again, expect terrible audio on my part. Yeah. I'll just have it as it is. I don't know, let me open a couple things. Yeah. So, I wanted to talk about how shit the Go Live thing looks on Twitch Mobile now. And as someone who usually does Twitch Mobile for art streams, yeah, it's pretty bad. So, what's on the agenda? Today is actually the last day I'm going to be working on winter seasonal arts. Partially because I'm ready to move on from the seasonal art stuff. Get open the window, it's pretty hot. Without having to take off my fucking shirt. Or my pants or anything. Because that would be bad. You did that. My window's open, my blinds are open. Yeah. Pardon my desk mess. My desk is whatever. Yeah. So, I don't do digital art streams. As always, I do traditional art streams. I'm gonna wait, as always, y'all know that you have to wait like 5 minutes until I open the sketchbook, just to make sure everything's all good. This is a bit... I might have to plug in my phone in a moment. So that's fun. My phone is currently being used to stream art, so yeah, I can't do much about that. So, like, if I want to look up a reference picture, I'm going to have to rely on what I see and not anything else. For anything else that I want to do, yeah, I am at the mercy of just what I can see. I do like zooming in just to get the details that I like. Around like 5 minutes, I'm also gonna just open the book, and by 10 minutes, I'm gonna promote these streams elsewhere, like on Blue Sky, selective Discord servers, because, well, these are not like my gaming streams where I can just share it on every Discord server I'm on. No, only a few. Maybe a handful, actually. Versus, like, every Discord server I am promoting these on. I restarted my laptop earlier today. I'm hoping my audio, if you watch my last streams at all, sounds fine, or just normal. Because my headset, I don't know what type of brand it is of HyperX, which I know it's HyperX because that's literally the brand. I mean, I physically have the headset. This is what I use for my majority of my streams. This headset, you can really see the wear and tear on it. Like, there used to be something else on these things, but that peeled off over time. And this is what happened to my microphone. Like, even there used to be something soft right here, but now it's gone. Apparently, my laptop doesn't recognize it. Which I find hard to believe because in the past, it was not much of an issue, I don't think. Now I have to wonder if all my other videos are kind of muted, but have like a horrible static noise with me breathing and making weird noises. I hope not, because that would suck. That would really be awful. Oh, that'd be horrible, actually. Because I sometimes don't want to record audio of myself. Like, because now I have to worry if, like, background audio is being picked up by my headphones. That's fun. That's fun to know. I want to be at least transparent about that. I think a lot of gaming videos that I might do on Steam will be canceled. A lot of videos that I'll record on Steam will be canceled now, which does suck because I like recording stuff on Steam. Like, the video comes out just fine. The audio for myself just sounds horrible. And I'm usually the type of person who does not like hearing myself back to me. I die of cringe whenever I just die inside whenever I have to hear myself back to me, which is ironic because I'm like a streamer. You'd think I'd be used to it. Speaking of streaming, yeah. So this book, I am planning at least doing 2 drawings today. I'm thinking about doing 2 drawings today at most. Also, I really hope that I'm not having much issues because, again, Twitch Mobile did update, and again, I'm at the mercy of a damn phone and my internet. And also, I did turn off. I've gotten notifications from, like, while watching. I got like a phone call when I was watching one of the best movies I saw last year. I'm also looking for my planner because I also want to mention something. I put it to some thought, and I think I'm gonna go for it. I'm taking next week off from streaming as a whole. I need a break from streaming. Just to recharge mentally because I've just been so blah about streaming a lot recently. And also I want to finish some stuff. Although I will have to mention I'm also kind of feeling burnt out on streaming ever so slightly. You know, it does suck because I do want to record certain videos for NetSpun, but I can't, which sucks. But I can take the screenshots. Oh, and also, I can actually open the book, but give me like a moment. I am gonna do one last thing. Technically, it's gaming. I mean, art streams are gaming in a way if you think about it. And again, this is all everything that I have is everything I have. I think someone fell. I know it's a paper bat, like a plastic thing, a plastic bag. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pick that up in a moment. Art stream. There we go. If you've never seen my art, it's not the best, but it's not the worst. It's just what I do. Art stream. Art stream. And by the title, this is the last art stream I'm doing for February. Actually, I hardly do art streams, but this is the last. I could have, in hindsight, I should have just called it last art stream of the winter seasonal arts. In hindsight, I should have called it that. Oops. Well, that's the alternative title for the stream. The last art stream for the winter seasonal arts project. Because this book has the majority of all my winter holiday art. Yeah, it has the majority of my winter holiday art. I'm not wrong. It actually does have it. All my seasonal arts is right here in this book. Well, yeah. Which, by the way, I cannot open this book. Or I should actually open it. I could actually... I'm trying to think. Is there anything... So, this book this is my still active sketchbook from December 2nd to now. Um, here's I'm kind of nervous about the stream because of yeah. Again, I always have to make sure Twitch is up to date on my phone. Here's all the drawings I've done in the book without having to show, and this is the amount of pages I have left in the whole book. Not a lot, but yeah, I have some ideas. So this is kind of what I'm currently working on, trying to finish this book. But here's what I'm thinking of. Since it's still seasonal arts, I can still like the winter seasonal arts stuff. That kind of means for me, I can still draw like stuff like Christmas art or winter December holiday art. I can technically still draw Valentine's Day art, which I just finished recently. I don't like what I did this year. Truth be told, outside of maybe a few, I think I might just lower the number of drawings I have to do for next year for Valentine's Day from like 7 to like 5 or so. Because I don't feel good. I mean, it's always nice to see what I can do. But when I draw from reference pictures, hands just look weird. And also I'm like, nah, I don't want to draw clothing today. I don't like drawing clothing when I do this, and I picked a great time to go live. But then again, I was just trying to deal with like waking up and headset stuff, because I was just trying to troubleshoot to see what's actually going on with my headset on my PC or my laptop. Anyways, what I plan on at least doing 2 drawings today. The quality really depends on what my brain wants to do. Which, by the way, this is a drawing I did last night, actually. This is kind of similar to what I did for fall, but I wanted to draw, like, this type of pose, but like, if you want to see, like, what it actually looks like, because I feel like the quality might be off, I'll have it up on my Blue Sky, maybe, eventually. I just want to draw myself. And I just looked up, like, some random posing, since I struggle with just trying to look up poses for myself. Most of this is kind of based off, like, IRL stuff, like the curtains, but not really, because there's, like, a little line right here. Not, like, how it actually looks in my art, but hey, whatever. Though I did do a particular Valentine's Day thing to finish up the project. I could show this because that's funny. I thought about characters, like how certain characters interact with one another. I actually, now that I think about it, I could draw the same character I like to draw every season, just in like a winter sweater and in snow. Just because I think it'd be funny, or kind of cute, really. And I've drawn him multiple times, actually. Like, I've drawn him last year, like, back in, oh my god, I hope that didn't show up. But then again, like, who fucking cares about that? Like, it's whatever. I'm talking about this particular character right here. One of my Dungeon Pack characters. I kind of want to draw him again, because he kind of acts as like a... He's one of a few Dungeon Pack characters with not a lot of scarring. He does have scars, don't get me wrong. He has a few. But out of the ones I've drawn, he just has the least amount. One of the least amount. And he's kind of going to be important for next month. The start of the next major project that I want to do. There's no way in hell I can actually finish the whole seasonal arts in like one day or by the 28th. So yeah, I want to draw this character later today. I want to draw this character later today. That's on my agenda. And like similar to this, but pause out. Although I could do that. I could draw like him just without shoes on because trying to come up with shoes is fun. I'm going to be drawing him. He's on my to-do list, kind of. I swear I always draw my Dungeon Pack characters, and I need to draw more because connective universe stuff and whatnot. Oh, by the way, this whole book is done again. Like, I've erased all the pencil markings to the best of my ability in this sketchbook. So, every drawing in this book has been inked in, and all the pencil markings, outside like maybe a few that kind of remained, they've been erased. So, if I open any random page in this book, ideally there's not a lot of pencil markings, but there's still some. How I draw is kind of heavy, so whatever. See? This is just a random page. Like, every drawing in this book has been cleaned up. I hope, or to the best of my ability. Meaning this whole book is done. So, what does that mean for my next book? I actually would prefer that I finish this book, or the next project. Next few projects before I work on another sketchbook. Have like a big ink everything in the prior sketchbook in. I already have the ideas of which sketchbook I'm going to go for, but not right now. I see a little creature out there. Then again, I open my blinds. Anyways, where is my thing? Oh, yeah. Before I begin fully, there's a few things that I do gotta do. I'm actually kind of happy that I was actually able to get a full week of streams out of the way. Though I wish I could have recorded a post-stream clarification thing. Just to talk about, like, some stuff. But I guess I can't anymore. It hurts. That I have to do that. Oh, and also, in regards to seasonal arts, planning on halting after tomorrow. I tend to have until the end of February to finish this seasonal arts project. But here's the thing. Oh, but winter season ends out on March 10th or something. For me, yes, that is the actual case. Like, winter does end, but I'm starting everything. I am ending my winter seasonal arts project after the 28th of February, or the last day of February. And then I'm going to start my spring seasonal arts as soon as possible. However, I want to stop working on that in favor of working on my other projects for at least a batch, because I am so behind on another project that I did a while ago that I've not drawn in a year. Was it a year? Yeah, about a year. Which was the Dungeon Pack stuff. The last time I did anything involving my Dungeon Packs in any form of implying a story was back around May of last year. Like, yes, I've drawn my character, Dungeon Pack characters. Now that I think about it, maybe I'll work on anything with them in forever. So that's the plan. I will be, like, as soon as the winter seasonal arts project, or as soon as I finish the current batch, or as much of a current batch as I can. There's like 2 drawings left, so I'm good. So I really hope this sub doesn't fall. That would be horrible. Because I'm about to do a lot of heavy erasing. So yeah, 2 drawings left. I just like talking. Anyways, let's actually begin, Now, I don't have a pose or anything to go by. I'm just using what my brain feels like. Kind of a problem because sometimes I can't visualize what I'm going for. Sometimes. Not without some reference pictures. And also, like, I actually do need the character's reference sheet, which is actually a physical strip of paper that I drew. Like, I don't have, like, a back view of these characters, so I have to take guesses, but with characters with a lot of scarring, I could be like, oh, they just have a scarring on their backs as well. If any of them showed up, then yeah. I'm currently looking for the main dwarf character, which is the only one I drew, apparently. Oh, there he is. Okay. That's a decent ref. Okay. I got him. Okay. And just in case, I'll pull up the drawing that I... Well, by pull up, I literally mean physically pull up the picture in my sketchbook, just to make sure I know who I'm drawing. I swear this one character acts as my main character to draw. Like, I swear, this one main wolf character is my main character in my art. And he's just a dungeon pack character. I mean, to be fair, I should work on his story. Alright. Anyways, just pulling up some tools. What's this as? Yeah, this is good enough for symmetry. I'm not inking any art right now. I'm just drawing right now. I'm not planning on inking in anything today. I'm also kind of heavily limited based off what my phone battery says. Although I do have my phone wire nearby. Also, there's a Copic pen right here. I am not using this today. I could if I wanted to. But I'm not. That's just something. Let me put it on my bed. Okay. Anyways, let's begin. Okay. Let's begin. I can never sit still for too long, apparently. Our brain going spin. Actually, let me get the rough head size from this real quick. So from this drawing, what did I use? I think that's the size. Okay. Which, yes, I use this for like how I draw my characters' heads, or any like furry characters' heads. Then trying to figure out like what is the best angle to get a lot of size, like paper size or whatever, with them. It helps with like a lot of things, really. Or I can go by one more size, but no. There we go. Now I just gotta figure out, like, do I want him facing this way or this way? I could always do, like, the forbidden, like, forward-facing one, but no. Also, yes, I did not... Hold on, what did I do? There are so little forward-facing or any angle-facing characters in my own art. It is one side or another, and I'm 100% well aware, and I'm also checking because you never know with my sketchbook. As at this point, I'm like, is it even worth it? Last stream, the only problem I had with any recent streams was the Kingdom Hearts stream I did recently. I like the idea. Yeah. The only issue I had with any streams recently was the Kingdom Hearts one. Just this week. Like, again, the whole stream audio was muted. Which is so fun, knowing that Kingdom Hearts was muted. I like the game, but... I like streaming it, but... I think I'm just gonna stream me attempting the data fights. I really want to put on like this horror, like scary story podcast that I like listening to. Apparently, when I draw, which is so funny because you think, oh, I like listening to stuff when I draw, and yes, that's the case. I like listening to horror stories while I draw. I'm always surprised. Like, I've not heard the story at all because I was like, gotta make sure I get like the right angle. And also, this stream, the idea for this stream is just to be like, oh shit, people are watching. Hopefully, I actually gotta work on my stuff, don't I? Also, I'm kind of inspired to do an art stream today because I've been watching. I was watching another art stream earlier this week, actually, by someone I like. Well, a streamer that I like. Actually, an artist I actually like. Actually, I do art streams rarely, but ever since I watched a particular artist, I've been wanting to do more art streams because of them. And that's why I do a lot of art streams, because of a particular artist that I like. Does a lot of art streams. Like the best way to do this. Like again, I like the. I'm trying to figure out like. So I know for the background, it's just gonna be applied heavy snow, like this maybe. Maybe I should use a lighter pencil that I got recently. Actually, hold on. Will it work? Let's find out. I recently got these anyways because I wanted to see if getting like lighter markings worked out for me. I've always used like regular like I guess pencils like these, number 2 pencils anyways. So yeah. All right. Posing. Yeah. Maybe applied walking. So. Well, trying to get like the pose idea of the character. I can never get like a walking right sometimes. Not without some work. I have a rough idea, but yeah. Okay. Pretty tall character too, in more ways than one. Him. And I mean characters like him, and not because of tall, leggy characters, because characters supposed to kind of be like a main wolf. And I'm drawing. Well, you'll see as I work on it. Like right now, it's just the start of a project. I'm trying to figure out like, to be aware like a lot of this like, it's just the rough idea. Also, should we know that the only snow I'm well aware of is maybe in the mountains, and that's really it for me. Like, I don't live anywhere where it really gets a lot of snow at all. I think I got the rough body shape of a character. I mean, then again, this is all what I've drawn, so. I'm trying to figure out, like, a good expression for him. The power of just not knowing what to do. That feels a little too short. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of erase markings. You'll still see it in my art, like, even afterwards, like, of everything I've done in this picture. I would like to put on music, but I don't have that way system for YouTube. And also, the type of music I like listening to is music from anime usually, and well, that's not much of an issue at all. The only issue, well, because everyone has their taste. In terms of like, if I can, I don't have that system people use, so I have to just have my headset and y'all can. I have to put it in chat to show what I'm listening to. And unfortunately, a lot of music I do like to listen to, and may or may not be like what you like, but it's what I like. But it's still a good song. Like, Brain goes, I like this song. Yes. Brain lights, I like this song. I also can't remember, he has kind of like a... I drew him with long ears. Drew him with longer ears. Kind of like that. When I try to draw particular characters, like, even when I drew particular skunk characters, I have a design philosophy with them. Drawing skunk characters, but I try my hardest to make sure they're not, like, canines, per se. Like, as that's all I've drawn. That's all I like to draw, apparently. Canines. Rarely felines. Or cats. Or anything. I just draw dogs. Which, again, like, these days is not a problem, but for some people, older classes from years back, it's a problem because the reasons. No, it's not an issue at all. It's such a non-issue for me. Right. I'm also trying to imply where the pants, like, where he puts his pocket, where it is. I also don't have. I gotta look at like reference pictures when I draw sometimes. Fun fact: there's actually an account that I don't really follow at all on Blue Sky, but I saw something where it's like, okay, what are references that you use? I don't remember what the actual post was, but it's like, oh yeah, I use this stuff. Oh no, it is from a particular artist that's pretty good. Another artist I gotta follow. I don't know why. There's a lot of artists I gotta follow. Or a lot of cool people that I gotta follow. On Blue Sky or something. I don't. I gotta work on that. Also gotta keep in mind that he has been more... Which is so funny for someone of this character's class, too. Which I actually don't remember, like, what stats, really, this character's supposed to have. I'm still trying to figure out, like, okay, how can I do the Dungeon Pact storyline without having to do the Dungeon Pact storyline? Which, by the way, the Dungeon Pacts, like, maybe I should create a new channel point called Lore Questions. I'll do my best to answer. I can... Oh, because I do want to talk about my lore. Because I feel like I have some interesting lore. Although most of that information comes from stuff like Elder Scrolls. I mean, like... Yeah, he has, like, a thick tail. Like how wolf furries in my world just have, like, an interesting system that they have. There we go. I couldn't really get, like, a flowing... Again, this is all just a sketch for now. A sketch and then final design later on as I draw. I'm not gonna be able to get, like, his full tail design, which does suck, but it's okay. Okay. Okay, gotta make sure I work on that. It does suck that I can't get, like, the full detail, but that's okay. Wait, didn't I do a design earlier in this book, actually? That I can use as a... Oh, hey, I should use that. And also, like, in terms of canon timeline, I'm like, nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good. No canon timelines for this character. Not until, like, Dungeon Pact stuff. Like, so, for example, if this character is from, like, a different timeline, then I have to draw him, like, his time period accurate clothing. But in art, or usually. But I don't have to if I don't want to. Not right away. Which, by the way, by time accurate stuff, I usually mean, like armor, usually, like... Although, I really don't... Like, as we get closer to, like, a modern age era for Dungeon Pact characters, I really do not want to draw, like... I really do not want to draw, like, modern military clothing. Like, I don't... The thing about me and art, I don't like drawing certain type of weapons. Per se. Like, I don't really like doing it. At all. I mean, I'll draw it, maybe. But I don't like drawing it at all. Also, I could draw him in a hat, but nah. There we go. Maybe I could have worked on the expression, but... I could just draw him like a simple cartoony style that I like drawing my characters in. Like... Which, by the way, like, you can kind of see the inspiration in my art for anime. Like, anime-inspired stuff, I guess. Also, I might have to update the stream stuff where it's like, yeah, there might be some particular art that I draw or share with y'all. I'm like, can I even show that at all? I mean, I could, like, this is a particular sketchbook where I'm like, I guess the only thing kind of adult is, like, not a lot of clothing on. That's about it, really. Also, I really gotta be careful. I don't want to accidentally drop my phone. Not really. Y'all have seen how I do art streams, I hope. If you've seen my prior art streams, you know how I draw. Actually, though, I like the idea of it. Something more like this. I like this little style for the smile. There we go. Okay, now I gotta remember like how I did the. Okay, now how did I do his? Maybe I'm planning this a bit. Oh wait, come on. I haven't. Funny enough, I have not drawn this at all all season. The entire season, I have not drawn this one thing for a character. I don't think. There's a bit of a little scarf thing. Actually, did I draw a scarf right now? No. There's a little scarf thing. That's pretty cool. I don't know. I have to remember, like but one issue about lore, my lore is I don't know it on top of my head. Like I mean I do, but I can't be like, oh yeah, his entire group is from like this one part of the world. I can't do that on the top of my head. I have to remember, or like what book I wrote it in and whatnot. Oh, speaking of stuff, there we go. Okay. You might see his ref, might not. Who knows? If you see his ref, y'all know how. Kind of see how I draw the character, which I do have a physical ref for the guy. A actual physical ref. Okay. He doesn't really have a scar on this eye, but he has a scar on this eye. Also, you gotta remember he does have another ear. I always gotta remember to include the other ear sometimes. I forget that sometimes when I draw. I really don't like drawing like this type of hairstyle usually. I mean, I'm getting. That's the another thing I don't like about the character per se is just this complex hairstyle, but I'm doing my best with it. He does have kind of like this look to him, though. There we go. Ah. There we go. Is that how you... Actually, hold on. Let me check something real quick. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Maybe that's not how I'm supposed to draw it, per se. I thought that was how you did it, but no. Not like this, probably. Something like this, maybe. Something like that, actually. That seems about actually. That seems about right. What was I even going for, actually? You know, I was wrong about that. Sorry. Also, this does save me the time of drawing hands and literally everything. My eternal nemesis. Hands, my eternal nemesis. And paws. And, well, feet and everything else. Basically everything. My eternal nemesis when it comes to art. There we go. Kind of implied full body, but not exactly. Kind of full body, but not exactly, because I do not, again, it's implied. Maybe. Who knows? Also, do gotta keep in mind, I've drawn this character kind of hard. Oh, there we go. There we go. Got him. There we go. There we go. Oh, wait. Probably around here, actually. That's where the little... this part is. Or applied, that's where it is. There we go. Okay, got the scarf right. I hope. Oh, yeah. Maybe not like references of how to draw clothes, which I was actually going to mention this on another art stream. But I actually have this one book that I got for like Christmas. There we are. I got this for like body references and whatnot and other stuff. But there's this one art book I got. Little book. Like clothing folds and crevices, I guess. Oh, maybe I should use this as a reference point. I got this for for Christmas as a gift, but actually it was at a time when maybe it was not the best idea to go, but whatever. It's just some clothing stuff and other body shapes as well. Because yes, I am. That's the reason why I got the butts for a particular ulterior motives. I got a particular book for a ulterior motives. Yeah, I gotta remember. Well, one thing I'm a little sad that I can't do in this drawing is draw like a bit of fluff he has. Not a lot, but a bit of fluff. I mean, look at compared to this drawing right here. Compared to this drawing, yeah, there's not gonna be a little fluff right here for him. I mean, definitely the little stripes there or whatever around his neck. No fluff. That's kind of the idea. I wanted to draw a little scarf for him. He is a treat. As a treat. As a treat. Maybe the head's a bit off, but whatever. There we go. Now that I look at it, I'm not too happy with how I did this initially, but yeah, we'll see how it turns out. Yeah, some art might not come out well. Some might well, might not. Oh my god, words are failing me today. Oh no. Row. Okay, so what else can I draw for him? Well, obviously besides the arm right here. Trying to figure out do I want to Oh my god. Can I get the arm right? There we go. It's a bit small, but that's kind of what I'm kind of going for, maybe. A bit kind of thick lining over here, but that's okay. Ow. Another thing I just remembered. The iconic Dagoff wave. Like a moon and star. I gotta finish my playthrough of Morrowind again. I gotta get back into that. One of these days, if I ever get like a fursuit or something, I want to do like a dance thing competition if I can dance. But the song of my choice is Dagoff Wave. Not like, oh, like all these new songs and whatnot. No, Dagoff Wave. I'll try. Otherwise, I could just listen to literally like my favorite songs as well. But no, Dagoff Wave. I don't think it's gonna come through, or my phone will pick it up. But you know what? Even if input, my laptop doesn't recognize the thing at all. Even if my laptop doesn't recognize it. I can still hear stuff from my laptop. Hopefully that doesn't fuck up anything. Please don't. Do I have to look up reference pictures for dead trees? What I was doing for like fall? Do I want to do a background? Implied background here? If this shows up, that's a prior drawing I did. Oh, maybe I should. I'm weird when it comes to doing art. Sometimes. What a great intoxicating innocence. Sure, why not? I've not done one of these in a little while. This feels so weird. Not the drawing itself. Although inking this in is gonna be hell, because believe it or not, inking these backgrounds in, using this drawing as a reference picture, doing this was not easy, since my ruler didn't really work out that well. Oh, speaking of my ruler, hold on, I have it right here. Don't actually expect, like, good. Oh, god damn it. There we go. Okay. I kind of forgot when I bought this, actually. I wonder if it even played the audio at all. Because I swear all my favorite songs come from anime or video games. Which again, not an issue. But I don't know if I can listen to it. I don't really like the background that much. Oh well. No, yeah. That's not supposed. It doesn't matter if it's completely straight or not. It has to look decent to me. I love how just in the background or just what I'm listening to is music from one of my favorite particular games that isn't Elder Scrolls or something else. Super Animal Royale. That's where most of these songs come from that I'm listening to. Sorry. They are right here. I'm trying to figure out like what the best tree luck would be. Oh, and also I have to draw like little snow particles because hey, that's kind of what I want to go for. Actually, hold on, why don't I use this actually? It's similar to what I drew, but hey, that's fine. That's okay. Kind of using this tree as a background. I'm trying to recreate this particular tree, by the way. No, it doesn't have to be super accurate to what I initially did. But hey. But that's the idea. Never really had issues with Super Mario Royale's music. I don't think. I also like drawing like dead trees usually. Drawing like trees with leaves on them is not particularly easy, but I think I have a way to do it, thanks to games like probably like Super Mario Royale as an example. What else is there? Oh yeah, maybe what other game? Now I'm drawing blanks. Great. Yes, I'm gonna be mentioning Super Mario Royale a lot. Trying to figure out like, okay, how do I now do this next part? I'm thinking that maybe the snow will be like this large, maybe. I'm thinking that'll be it. I love drawing like backgrounds like this, by the way. Like, it is such an interesting little way to do like backgrounds sometimes. It also does save me a little room sometimes. This drawing I did last night, heavily inspired by what I did a while ago. But how many like little snow particles could I add if it shows up? I didn't really like how I did this pose initially because I was gonna do something a little different. Wonder why my laptop doesn't recognize this at all, or not anymore. Oh wait, where's the little thing that I like using? I wish this. I just wish this worked. I wish it worked. I really wish it worked. I'm just okay. What did I do at the? Oh, I think it was. Wait, what was I doing with a D20 the other day? Did I do it for this? Or the last run? No, I did something different for that. I'll use a D20 for this to get like a number of like little snow effects. Oh boy. Oh no. Okay, 14. That's how many I have to do. I'm trying to figure out if I want to include it on the tree or not. Or do I leave it off the tree? I think it'd be fine if it's on the tree. There's a little of it on the tree. There's probably not 14, by the way. There's probably a little more. Or less. I don't know. There we go, I think. There we go. Kind of forgot about that. Also, almost didn't do that one part. There's something else after this. This is... Oh shit, did I not use the board at all? Oh, maybe I did. Yay, brain. I know for a fact that inking this in is gonna be so fun. Like, as soon as I get to the inking stage of this drawing. Ah. I'm sorry, what? Okay, hopefully that doesn't show up. Try to be comfy. Okay, I think that's good enough. Let me get my signature. And date the hurt. Ooh, oh no. Is that still a non-issue for some artists? An issue. I like remembering when I did something. Also, by the way, when I do the dating system in other countries, I'm gonna do something that I hopefully can remember that's where I drew it in. Alright. It's done. It is done. Drawing one of, I think. Actually, hold on. I did that yesterday? Okay, that is one that I gotta remember, but I did that. Alright. One more drawing left in my whole batch. Then I'm done. I don't technically have to do this project anymore until December. This project goes on pause until December. Basically, this whole seasonal art, but which I'm surprised I never did this until recently. What? Why didn't I do this sooner? I cannot tell you. I cannot tell you why. I cannot tell you why I do it like that. All right, what else? What else can I listen to so I can keep myself? Oh my goodness, yes, that's another thing. It's so funny because you think, oh, I'd be listening to like holiday appropriate holiday. No, no. And there it is. The shrine is done. Now I got to figure out who I'm gonna draw next time. I don't. I just pick a character and just go from that. And I tend to use the dungeon pack characters more since they're a little more developed, I guess. Hold on, let me see. Ah. Ah. Thinking. That's why I was rubbing my hands. That's why I was rubbing it. My hands. To think. You know, sometimes some music in Super Mario Royale just hits well. I guess the person who does the music does a damn good job. Trying to think of who to draw next. It took me about an hour to do that. I love how I'm just listening to music from Super Mario Royale instead of stuff from like Elder Scrolls. As you think that'd be like my main go-to thing, but no. Maybe that flashed the characters. Who to draw nets for my cast of characters? Should we know that outside of Dungeon Pack characters, I do have other characters I can draw. Like, it doesn't have to just be Dungeon Pack characters. It could be my Elder Scrolls Online characters, or just Elder Scrolls characters in general. Do be aware that I have my biases, and like, while yes, some characters will have a different design of, oh, this is not how they look in the game. That's because I don't even know if I want to continue now because I just got food. Ah, I said I don't want to work on the net sketchbook for a little while, but I think it's an alternative idea because I could still draw something. I did one drawing, which I'm happy about, but because now food is a thing factor. Man, I love that. Like, I love that. Actually, issues. The only issue of why I can't just bring myself to draw right now is because brain go ha ha ha. Spin. Do I draw? I'm wondering if I should use. Maybe. You know, maybe this book. Part of me wants to kind of draw like a little bit of a lore thing. You know, I think. So, I've been thinking. As soon as I do finish my Nets project, this book will be my. As soon as I finish the requirements for me to finish everything, this Nets sketchbook will be the sketchbook I will be kind of focused on for a little while I'm inking in all the art in it. All the art in this book will be inked in. There'll be some drawings where I'm like, wow, that's gonna be fun to ink in. Ah, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely drawings in this book that I'm gonna be like, yay, this is gonna be fun to ink in. Yay, thank you, me, for coming up with complex posing and whatnot. Woohoo. Thank you, me. But it's been active since my trip to Iowa to um June 20th last year. Actually, I'll just mention it when I start working on it. So from 2024 to June 20th, 2025. That's how long that book has been active for. You have to remember, sometimes I draw on other books as well. And I kind of do other stuff sometimes. Alright, let's begin the next project. Although I am struggling to think about next character to draw. I don't have a bookmarker right now. That's okay. You know what? I can just take it from this book. You know what? I'll take it from the Elder Scrolls book. Or kind of like not really Elder Scrolls book, but more like what I'm using for like my characters in the game. All right. Let me figure out how to draw my other characters. Woohoo! Okay, from my cast of characters, using a thing I have, from my, still gotta draw these characters. Okay, let's see. From my cast of characters that I have, I've already just drawn the main wolf character. Ah, he's the last one. He's gonna be complicated, isn't he? Thank you, brain. He's gonna be complicated to draw. Character to draw, huh? Remembering. I remembered. Oh no, fear. Fear. There's actually some characters in this book where I'm like, okay, will I be able to draw them? Where I can just show them, me drawing them on stream. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. And I still gotta draw. Yep, this is gonna be a complicated character to draw, as it's a cheetah. But it is the last one I have to draw, like, of the set. Of his current set, so might as well. I don't have a pose for him, though. Thankfully, to make it a little easier for me, yeah. Woof, 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 woof. Okay. I mean, this is the last one I have to draw of him. Okay. Ooh, I wonder what direction I'm gonna have him face. I'm gonna go based off, like, how I did it initially in the book. Last sketchbook. So. Yeah, facing one direction. Yep. 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 Okay. I think this is the last one I have to do, too. Yeah, it's the last one I have to draw. I also have to remember, I did 2 drawings today. Or 2 other drawings today. That would be fun to remember, because brain go spin sometimes. And I already did a drawing earlier last night. Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta look up a pose to do. Alright, using this one account on Bluesky as a reference point. What can I use as a thing? Okay. I mean, I could use this as a... this might be an idea, but I do like drawing my characters in a certain direction. I'll consider this. Alright. Sometimes it's just hard to think of how to draw a pose. Like, what pose to draw characters in. Yeah, this is just hard to think of, like, what a good pose would be. Yeah, this is tough. I mean, I can use this for the Dungeon Bat stuff, sure, but... do I want to use it from this game? That's the hard part about, like, getting started. Like if I don't know what I want to draw, I'm stuck for a little while, like hours on end, until I'm like, oh, I figured it out, but oh shit, it's too late. I think I have an idea, but I really don't want to rely on emotes from this one game to get what I want. I can't even live without. I can't even do art having to rely on this game. Thanks, thanks, brain. Emotes. Why is that always a problem? Okay. Alright, chat. Oh, okay, it's under chat. Okay. What is a good reference picture? Ow. Yay, even drawing the hands is gonna be fun because I again like when it comes to using games as a reference point, like ow. Hmm. Oh dear. Oh, this will work perfect. Oh, this is definitely gonna work. Maybe. Wait, what's this? Ideas. I have got ideas. How about just let's. Jeez, I. Okay. Okay, I think I got the pose reference idea, but now I just gotta get it out. I wish there was a way to view it clear. If there's like a way to view this easier than just relying on laptop, I would use it, but I can't. Okay. But thankfully, I don't have to draw like armor. I don't have to do a lot of detail for this character. I can just draw certain things, and I'm happy. Woohoo! Although the direction I have to draw him facing, fun. Also, I think I'm gonna. Once I finish this drawing, I'm just gonna wrap up the stream. Again, it's just so hard to get started. Once I'm like but as soon as I get going, okay, I gotta remember, like, they're not as like long as the dogs. And also, this is kind of like the first time I did any form of different angles for this character, or any of my characters, ever. do gotta remember he's a bit. Gotta remember something about the neck over here. Then. Okay. Okay, I already know like what reference picture I wanted to use as a. I wish there's like an area where people can go in ESL without having to go. Like there's like a blank area or something. With not a lot of shade. Yeah. Okay, so. Right here would be kind of be the eyes, I think. Okay. I think the last drawing was just like me just relying on what I remembered about what I drew, but now this is just me using a reference picture. I think you'll probably see his little rough. Maybe. Something like that, I think. That'd probably work. As a little expression. Right. If I don't finish it today, I think I'm gonna, like, instead of going for, like, too long, I think... Do I do, like, the ears like this for him? Something like that would probably be not a good idea, maybe. I don't know. Ah, man, the one thing that's gonna suck is trying the little things. I think that'll work. There we go. Got him. Got him. Got the look I want to go for. Okay. Even if it comes out a bit of canine, I did my best. Right. How much battery left do I have? Right. Thankfully, I'm not. I feel like he's kind of a. By the way, who is... Like, I don't talk about my characters often. Out of all my thousands of characters, which one is this? One. Well, as I said, a cheetah. You might see a bit of him over here on this side if it shows up on the camera, but probably not. This is Harold Dreamdrifter, a cheetah character of mine. He is in terms of like class stuff, which I'm still trying to figure out like what the mechanics are for, like, okay, so like if people want to play as these characters in like my custom D&D campaigns or dungeon pack things, how like what are the stats, which custom, like meaning that, oh, you're expecting like, oh, what are the stats? A good question. Like, I don't know. I still have not figured out like, okay, what are the proficiency bonuses for each one? I know like, okay, so health, health, magic, and stamina have a set increase depending, and it's between 1 to 3, between 1 and 3. How do you even say like between, do like, how do you even say something like that if it shows up on the stream? Between 1 and 3, stuff like that. Maybe even more. Oh, and my phone's on 20%. I'm gonna just keep going until my phone is pretty low. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna send y'all anywhere at all. Partially because actually no, I can actually. Actually, I can send y'all somewhere. I just don't know if they're live or not. Oh, maybe I can send y'all over there. No, it's just a thing. Dude, this is always. Oh no, wait, I know where I can send y'all. Someone who's doing art themselves. An artist. Someone doing an art stream as well. Maybe. I actually was gonna send y'all to like the person I always like sending y'all over to, because it'll be the last time I'll be able to do that for quite a while. He's not sad, he's just fucking cold. Hold on. How do you do like plus cold? Plus cold. Yeah, he's just fucking cold. Fun fact about. Oh, and if you're like, oh, what else is about him? But why are you drawing him more? Yes, he's also that too. I can represent him in one game in particular as well. Yeah, he like. Oh, I swear, all the Dungeon Pack characters I like drawing, they are all characters who can become. Like all my Dungeon Pack characters, apparently I like drawing far more than say my other Dungeon Pack characters. And the funniest thing is, in the lore that I've set up, side shifters are like characters who can become giants in my world, or macros or whatever. They make up like a small minority of like, even so like I actually don't know like the actual statistics in my world, but one of every 4 pack, ideally one out of 4 members of each Dungeon Pack has a side shifter in it, partially for my own reasoning too. But again, like in how I treat it in the Dungeon Packs, it's more like a special power. Like in my world, which I should actually do like these lore pictures, and also I kind of want to describe it in like a forum post somewhere. Ooh, I don't know where. I wanted to mention, like, side shifting in my world is kind of seen as like like a masterclass alteration ability. Because again, you're altering your body's size, which how I treat it in my world is like a masterclass spell. Although there are individuals who can do it much longer. Like, I think I've implied or hinted that this is the direction I'm going. That one can cast a spell and it lasts for about 5 to 10 minutes. And there are potions too that can do it. Individual who can do it normally just fine. It really depends. I'm still trying to figure out like the best way to do it or talk about it, which is why I'm like, well, I don't really talk about it much because I don't know like everything I'm saying might be contradicted based off what I contradicted. That's stream. next stream or whenever I talk about it again. Because again, I don't know for certainty if that's how I'm doing it. Or if that's the lore. I mean, actually, I actually kind of thought, I'm still thinking about like the history of like where it technically began in the world. I mean, I always wanted to say, oh, it's been around for years. But a part of me wants to say, like, when it was first used was kind of, like, interesting. Also, because a lot of these characters come from my one world that I really gotta do more with. I mean, outside of, like, the storytelling I do these days still, I gotta do more with the world. Especially in my art and writing, I guess. Something I really want to do is something I really want to do is I kind of like the idea of just like in the backgrounds of some drawings you'll see like maps and whatnot of the world as I talk about it in my art, or just try to tell a story. My idea for telling like stories might be unique to me. Also, again, like he's not that big. He's a bit skinny. Which again, for someone who of his skill, like, yeah. I think it's more of like a I want to draw different types of body shapes type deal than just. Okay, how's the lights look? Gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this. Oh, and then there's like other bonuses that as well that I want to try writing or including in my world, my words. Like, so for cheetahs, like they know they're pretty friendly in a way. Like, apparently, out of all the wild cats, cheetahs are friendlier to humans. Apparently, they're still wild animals, so, like, but I've seen like these videos like of cheetahs being like just chill with humans. So, and outside of being fast, they're pretty chill too. I mean, there's a kind of why I did like a concept art of a cheetah character going row, row, because that's apparently what they do. Right. I really hope that. But again, I could be wrong. Like, I'm always like, I don't take what I say like, oh, it's true. No, no. Just, let's do whatever. Do your own research. Well, do your own research sometimes. But then, just double check to make sure you get everything right. That's kind of. By the way, the next art stream I'm gonna be doing might be in March. I want to do more art streams actually. Because I can't record videos anymore. Apparently. Which does suck for me because I want to record more videos of a particular game that I could always play, but that I'll be playing a lot next month. Actually, there's another game that I want to play next month, which I'm hoping goes through, but apparently it's testing. Woohoo! Totally not like I'm on a time crunch to make sure that my laptop still runs by then. Yeah. I'm still hoping things will still run. Like, I don't really want to update my laptop to Windows 11 because I heard it's awful. Like, and I can't. Like, I heard Windows 11 is awful. Like, it is a pretty bad. Should part of me wants. I don't think I'll be able to finish this today, but I'll finish what I can. Actually, you know what? I'll send you all somewhere else when I'm done here. Oh, the one thing about drawing emotes from video games is hands. Like obviously, if you're watching this stream, you see how like the process of how I'm doing it. Like yes, this is all done on stream. You get to see my progress of how I do my art. Not always, because there's some art that I don't like streaming all the time, but you see what I'm working on. You see, like not every piece of art, because oh my god, that'll take forever, and fear, and I don't want to draw in Picardo or something for my art streams, because again, I don't think there's a mobile app for that. And also no. No, thank you. It's probably a decent thing, but I like doing my stuff on Twitch more. Thankfully, I don't really have to show his stripe little. Not much, but there'll still be spots everywhere. Now I just gotta figure out like what clothing do I want to. Ooh, I did a scarf earlier, so. But it's still a scarf. I like the idea of just doing like a little scarf here. There we go. Oh. Alright, and there we are. Oh, wait a moment. You kind of see him. Kind of. Get me up that fast if I sneeze. So sorry if you hear any sneezing on my part. There we go. Okay, so where am I gonna draw his tail? Always gotta include a low tail. Like here, maybe? Oh, it doesn't seem right. Maybe. This seems about right to me. I don't think I'm gonna finish this today or on stream, but I'll finish it later. Partially because I got food by now. I got interrupted early. Oh yeah. Also something to work. I will not be streaming. Okay, I think yeah, this is it. I have to call it here. Unfortunately, my phone's at 10% battery life, so I'm gonna. But yeah, that's the end for today's stream. Unfortunately, I do have to call it now because my phone's on 10% battery. While I could still charge it, I think I just want to wrap up early. I will finish that drawing. I'm glad I at least finished one drawing today, so I'm happy about that. I will be after I finish that drawing. I am ceasing, or at least gonna slow down until the end of tomorrow on all seasonal arts for this season or winter season, and then starting March, I think I'm gonna take a bit of a hiatus from the seasonal project, just enough time to finish my other projects that I want to do, or at least a batch of another project. I know for March there's a particular theme that I want to do, which is, I've mentioned it before. I mentioned it with the character I was talking about, micro art or macro art for March. I'm gonna be doing some stuff. I don't think I'll show it. I'll probably do some of it just because it's that time of year. Again, I also do like mentioning that. And I want to initially do some other art, but can't, unfortunately. Anyways, what else is there? What else? I will not be streaming at all next month. I'm not gonna be streaming at all. Come next week. I'm taking next week off. Sorry, I meant to say next week. I'm taking a bit of a hiatus from streaming, or just a break. I need a break. So I'm taking a 1 week off, starting March. So week of a break, unless something else I have to do, then I'll take longer breaks just in case. But yeah, I think my schedule will be going back to like a Tuesday, Wednesday when I return, maybe on Thursday, but we'll see. What else is there? Headset stuff. I hope y'all can hear me just fine when I stream games, just fine. Actually, I think my PlayStation recognizes the mic and not my laptop. So that's fun. What else is there to mention? I think that's about it. So, thank you for the stream. I could have just plugged in my phone, but I didn't really want to go to it. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for watching the stream on. Thank you for watching the stream. Thank you for watching the stream VOD here on Twitch and the VOD archive, as always, on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, here's my YouTube link, and here's literally everything else. I'm not really advertising that thing anymore. Oh, and in terms of what I will be streaming coming next month, or hold on, let me check the planner. So I'm taking March 2nd through 6th off. So I will be back on March 10th, most likely. I'm thinking of just reusing some old schedule stuff, plus the new stuff I put to a poll recently. That's it. Anyways, outside of that, that's about it. Worth mentioning, I will mention it on Sunday of what the plan will be. Anyways, I will be sending you all over here, actually. This might be the last time doing this whole big thing. I'll be able to do this. I would love to send you over to an artist that did inspire me to do these art streams more often, but that they are not online right now. And also I do have to wake up a bit earlier for that. Do be aware, I will be sending you all over here, and the person is currently playing Resident Evil 9. If you care about spoilers, I do highly recommend. It's up to you. I don't know. I'll send you all over here, actually. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all whenever I go live next time. Farewell. Also, oh man, I hate when... Okay, it's still the same. Awesome. Bye. Right now and end the stream.